The air is thick with tension, secrets are unraveling, and everyone in the pit is about to face choices that could change everything. No one is safe. And the line between friend and enemy is disappearing fast. In episode 11, loyalties will be tested, past mistakes will come back to haunt, and every character will have to confront the consequences of their actions, prepare for betrayals, shocking confrontations, and moments that will leave you questioning who can really be trusted. This isn't just another episode, it's a turning point. The storm that's been quietly brewing, ready to explode in ways no one saw coming. Episode 11 begins with a tense silence that feels heavier than anything seen before. The streets of the pit are quieter than usual, but that silence is deceptive. Underneath, every character is moving like pieces on a chessboard, planning, watching, and waiting. There is a sense that something huge is about to happen, a moment where past decisions collide with the present. The opening scenes focus on the aftermath of the last episode, where secrets began to surface and alliances started to crumble. The camera in a faceless video. The montage lingers on empty hallways, locked doors, and shadows moving in corners, giving viewers the sense that danger is just around the corner. The tension is almost tangible, like you can feel it pressing against your chest. Every step a character takes, every glance exchanged, feels loaded with meaning. It's clear that trust is scarce, and every choice matters more than ever. As the episode unfolds, we see characters struggling to keep control over situations that are slipping through their fingers. There's a sense of urgency, as if time itself is running out. Small, seemingly insignificant actions from previous episodes are starting to have consequences, and episode 11 makes it clear that no mistake goes unnoticed. Some characters are trying to hold onto power, while others are desperate to protect themselves or the people they care about. The weight of past betrayals is crushing, and it's evident that some relationships may never recover. Shadows of doubt and suspicion cloud every interaction, and viewers are reminded that in the pit, appearances can be deceiving. Even those who seem safe might be hiding something dangerous beneath the surface. Conflict is at the heart of this episode, but it is not always loud or violent. Many of the early scenes focus on quiet tension, the kind that makes you hold your breath. A character might enter a room and freeze, sensing that something is wrong. Another might pick up a phone, hesitating before dialing, knowing that one wrong word could start a chain reaction. These subtle moments carry weight and set the stage for bigger confrontations later in the episode. The storytelling relies on building suspense through anticipation, showing viewers that the calm moments are often the most dangerous. In a place like the pit, even a glance or a pause can signal betrayal, and episode 11 masterfully layers these hints throughout the beginning of the story. Amid the tension, viewers are reminded of the human cost behind the power struggles. We see characters dealing with emotional pain, regret, and fear. Some are haunted by past choices, replaying them in their minds and wondering if there's any way to fix what's been broken. Others are driven by anger, seeking revenge for betrayals or injustices. The episode balances action with emotion, showing that the stakes are not just about control or survival, but about personal connections, loyalty, and the moral dilemmas that define the characters. As the first section of episode 11 unfolds, the audience is drawn into a world where every decision has consequences, and the tension builds with every passing moment. Every character's move feels deliberate, as if they are aware that one wrong step could change everything. By the time this section concludes, the stage is perfectly set for the chaos, confrontations, and revelations that will dominate the rest of the episode, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats and craving more. The tension in episode 11 escalates quickly as the characters are forced to confront challenges that have been quietly yielding beneath the surface. Every corner of the pit seems charged with unease, as if the city itself is holding its breath. In this section, the focus shifts to the complex web of relationships and rivalries that have been shaping the story. Old alliances are being tested, And the cracks that were once small and easy to ignore are now widening into fractures that threaten to split groups apart entirely. There are moments of silent calculation where a character pauses mid-action, staring at someone across the room, weighing the possible outcomes of their next move, even in the absence of dialogue. The stakes are palpable. Every look, every gesture, every hesitation carries weight. The audience senses that any misstep could trigger consequences that no one is ready for, and that adds a constant, subtle pressure to every scene. In this part of the episode, key players start making moves that reveal more about their true intentions. Some are acting from self-preservation, others from ambition, and a few are driven purely by emotion, unable to hide the turmoil inside them. These contrasting motivations create layers of tension, as viewers are left wondering which characters will act in the interest of survival and which will be blindsided by their own impulses. Moments of vulnerability are scattered throughout, showing that even those who seem strong and in control are battling fear, doubt, and guilt. One character's quiet reflection in a dimly lit room carries as much dramatic weight as any confrontation, because it hints at decisions that could ignite a chain of events affecting everyone. These introspective moments humanize the characters and remind viewers that the pit is not just about power, it's about people, their choices, and the cost of those choices. The episode continues to layer suspense with carefully crafted situations that put characters in morally complex positions. Trust is fragile, and viewers watch as friendships and alliances teeter on the edge of collapse. A seemingly minor action like a whispered warning, a hidden message, or a subtle gesture can have ripple effects that change the balance of power. Scenes are carefully paced, giving the audience time to feel the weight of each decision without revealing the ultimate outcome. The suspense builds steadily, with tension growing through anticipation rather than overt action. The cinematography, or in the faceless video format, the visual montage emphasizes shadows, fleeting movements, and contrasting light and dark, reinforcing the idea that danger and betrayal could come from anywhere. Every frame feels like a puzzle piece, and viewers are drawn into the process of putting it together, trying to predict what might happen next. At the same time, Episode 11 does not shy away from emotional stakes. Characters face internal conflicts, as well as external threats, and the audience is given glimpses of their struggles with regret, loyalty, and moral dilemmas. A character who previously seemed confident now hesitates, torn between revenge and forgiveness, while another who has been cautious begins to take risks that could endanger them and everyone around. These emotional undercurrents make every confrontation, every whispered conversation, and every strategic move feel more significant. The episode demonstrates that the Pitt story is not simply about who is strongest or cleverest, but about who can navigate a world where choices have consequences and where the line between right and wrong is often blurred. By the end of this section, viewers are left with a sense of mounting tension and anticipation, fully aware that the events set in motion here will have far-reaching consequences, shaping not just the immediate conflict, but the entire trajectory of the season. The middle of episode 11 plunges the characters into moments of intense pressure, where every decision feels like walking on a razor's edge. The tension is no longer subtle, it becomes almost suffocating. In this section, the audience begins to see the consequences of earlier choices ripple outward, affecting not only the main characters, but the environment around them. Streets, buildings, and even familiar rooms become more than mere settings. They are charged with energy, reflecting the mood of the characters and the stakes of the situation. Each location carries weight. A dim alley where a secret exchange is happening, a crowded room where hidden glances hint at betrayal, and quiet spaces where characters silently wrestle with guilt or fear. The episode carefully balances action with psychological tension, showing that in the pit, danger can come from both obvious threats and subtle manipulations. As episode 11 unfolds, confrontations begin to take shape. They are not always explosive or loud, but the emotional impact is powerful. characters face each other in ways that test loyalty, trust, and courage. Conversations, even brief ones, are layered with meaning. Every word carries subtext. Every pause feels intentional. The audience senses that what is unsaid is often more important than what is spoken. Alliances that seemed secure are revealed to be fragile, and hidden motives emerge, adding complexity to the relationships viewers have been following throughout the season. This section highlights the unpredictability of the Pitt. A character who appears innocent may hold dangerous secrets, while someone seen as a threat may act unexpectedly, complicating the dynamics and keeping viewers guessing. In addition to interpersonal tension, Episode 11 explores the inner struggles of the characters in depth. Several individuals face moral dilemmas, forcing them to make decisions that challenge their sense of identity.